Have you ever believed that you were fully right about something and then it turned out that you were just dead wrong? Me too. So this happened to my daughter actually a couple weeks ago. We were in the airport and it was my husband, Nick, and I, and our two little toddlers, Kip, Georgia, and we were waiting for our flight to head home. We've been visiting family. And as you can imagine, two toddlers waiting in an airport for hours for a plane, they're not loving life. So at one point, Georgia springs up from her seat and just starts beelining it through the airport. And I realized pretty quickly where she was going. She was trying to get in line with these people that were going through a gate to get on another plane that was not ours. And so thankfully I caught up to her, I scooped her up and I said, Georgia, that's not our plane. You can't get on that one. You won't get home if you get on that plane. And as you also can probably imagine, she was not happy about that. She's kicking, she's screaming, she's really angry. And then I realized that Georgia had fully believed with her whole heart that that was the one true plane that she needed to get on to get home. And you know what the world would say about Georgia's belief in that moment? The world would say that that was her truth. Have you ever heard that phrase, my truth, your truth? If you haven't, what it basically means is that the truth is relative, that my truth is my truth and nobody can tell me it's wrong because it's based off of my beliefs and my opinions. And the world has just taken this and just absorbed it like a sponge. And you know when I think a lot of us do this? When it comes to our belief about how we'll get home to heaven someday. We say, I believe that if I do X, Y, and Z, I'll get to heaven. And that's my truth. Nobody can tell me that's wrong. That's my personal belief. Or I can believe in this religion and that will get me to heaven. And that's my truth. You can't tell me that's wrong. But here's what Jesus says in John 14:6. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no one can come to the Father except through me. So what Jesus is saying here is, there's no such thing as my truth or your truth. Jesus is saying, I am the truth. So my question for you is, do you believe the truth? That Jesus is the only way to get home to God the Father in heaven someday? Do you believe that Jesus died on the cross for your sins, making a way for us to spend eternity in heaven with him? Do you believe the truth?